everyone. Herkese merhabalar. Merhaba ve ihtiramla cemil asdiqa. I am giving my presentation by Turkish language. Ben sunumu Türkçe olarak sunuyorum.
I'm going to present in Turkish language.
Şu an Selçuk Üniversitesi'nde doktoram yapmak üzereyim. Tezimin son aşamasındayım.
I'm
Evet.
about to complete my thesis statement in Selçuk University. Yes, moderator, you are right. The title of my presentation is Security Sociology. Bunun Security Sociology, Meaning and Elements is the full title of my presentation. Let me start sharing my screen.
Görebiliyor musunuz hocam?
Can you see my slides?
Sesim geliyor mu?
Duyuyoruz
By the way,
sesiniz.
can you hear me? We can hear you. But do you see my screen? No, you have not shared your screen yet. What we see is just your video and camera, but not your slides.
Peki hocam.
I'm sorry, let me check what's going on here.
Yeşil oka basarsanız paylaşırsınız da.
Tabii ki onu yaptım da. Sorun nedir? Olmadı değil mi hocam?
Olmadı.
Aynen.
Sorry, it still doesn't work. Maybe ASSAM can help you.
Ekran paylaşımları açık.
Would you please help me share my screen? You are allowed to share your screen. Please just click the green button to share.
Pardon. Şimdi oldu değil mi?
Evet hocam.
Evet hocam. Peki.
It works now. Let me start with the presentation, Security Sociology, Meaning and Elements. First, I will start talking about the sociological aspect of security. What is security? What are the elements of security? First and foremost, security is one of the major and most basic needs in a society. This is a reality. This is about our whole life. And in general sense, security means protection against all kinds of hazards, dangers, and accidents. The concept of security divides into more specific, clearer, and more understandable components. The topic of security has been studied by many sciences, including sociology. In sociology, security has many definitions, aspects, and elements as a topic of study.
Şöyle bir şey daha var ki güvenlik sosyoloji henüz genç, çok genç bir
However, security sociology is currently a young department, a young discipline, and the science and literature is not currently rich on this topic. And some believe that security could be a topic of political sociology or warfare sociology. Here are the keywords: security, security sociology, social security, social capital, and social credibility and trust. Presence and absence of security has become an important matter for the human community. So security is taken as a basic need for human beings, and compared to physical needs, the need for security is deemed to be an essential need, and in certain conditions, it can be even more important than the physiological needs. What is security? Security means avoiding exposure to dangers or protection against dangers. And security means avoiding fear, panic, concerns, and similar feelings. Generally, security refers to peace, freedom, reassurance, health, and other conditions. In fact, security is the condition where an individual or a group of people are protected against any concerns, worries, fears, dangers, or threats that are directed at them. In another sense, security is categorized into internal and external security at individual, state, and system level. And security can be political, economic, military, and social. And security is about protection, and it comes with certain values. What is security sociology? Security sociology looks at the scientific aspect of relations between society and security. What is the security understanding in a society, and what kind of society is created with this security? In other words, security sociology is about the mutual relations between security and society, and these relations pave the way for building trust in a society. Security sociology looks for answers to the following questions. How does a society formulate security? How does the society organize a stable security? How does the society follow institutionalization of security? And how does the society discriminate or distinguish between secure and insecure? Security sociology tries to answer the following questions. How does security shape a community? What are the challenges or obstacles to security in a society in different environments and in different conditions? What are the interactions that are brought about by security? How does security utilize social and political powers and classes? And what are the factors determining security for a society? And security sociology tries to answer those questions. As a social phenomenon, security is about protection of a nation against threats and hazards. It's about improving the welfare of the public. It's about elevating the social values. And from a sociological perspective, security is not seen as a political phenomenon, but it is considered as a social phenomenon. Sociologically, security is not limited to the state and the policing organizations only, but it is in interaction with social structure, and it consists of some interacting social factors. Elements of security sociology. Security sociology checks and looks at some elements like social cohesion, group cooperation, the feeling of belongingness, social capital, social trust, social movements, and social security. Let me start with the first item, social capital as an element of security sociology. Social capital is an important factor in security. Social capital is about advocating and respecting the rights of future generations, and it plays an important role in the sustainable development of a community and in equal distribution of the income and resources and in social justice. Social capital originates from the interpersonal relations, and if the social relations between individuals are strong enough, then social capital can be created. Social capital interconnects the active interpersonal relations, human networks, and human groups, and then it creates an enabling environment for cooperation, and it consists of mutual trust, understanding. Social capital, socialization, social control, social cohesion, social order, and security are interlinked. If the communities and societies do not have any social capital, then they face the risk of divergence and irregularity. Fukuyama studies the relations between social capital and economic development. With social capital, honesty, credibility, and trust between the individuals increase, and the individuals are encouraged to go into cooperation. According to this definition, so any network and civil society is created with social capital is a product of social capital. Social capital contributes greatly to the elimination of abnormalities and social crimes. Social security is an element. Social security is a category that is shared by the individuals and the government, and it's their shared category. The state and the society are getting more and more integral, and in fact, insecurity of both should be a phenomenon to be observed. If there's decreased trust between the people and the state, and if the state has some lessened control over the societies, then you will, and with the increased separatist movements, with increased migration and flow of refugees, with increased political and social conflicts, the security happened to be a major problem in the world. And there are many examples from different parts of the world in this regard. In general, the feeling of security is expressed as follows. Suppose that you live in a village, or it doesn't matter, you can live in a town center, and you can have some expensive movable property, and you should be able to carry all your expensive jewelry on you in the town center, and you should be able to park your car safely day and night. You should be able to walk in the neighborhood, and your children should be able to go shopping at night or during daytime. They should be able to play whenever they like. They should be able to go to school, and they should be able to walk in the lonely streets of the neighborhood, and all the individuals should be able to use the parks and recreational areas in the neighborhood, and the buses, metro stations, shops should be available, safely available for the individuals. In all these conditions, you can say that you have security in your settlement. Social trust as an element. So I talked about social capital, social security, and now social trust. It's about the trust that you have for the foreigners and for the communities, especially if you are not very familiar with those foreigners and the communities. Because people expect each other to follow their own social rules and already accepted norms. Social trust creates a practical, convenient, and strategic environment. And based on social trust, the communities may cherish and advance safely. Social trust is an important aspect of human and social relations between individuals, groups, and social institutions. So, social interaction between individuals and social groups and mutual actions can be created with the help of social trust. In conclusion, according to sociological analysis, in order to have sustainable security, you need social capital, social security, and social trust. These are the determining factors of sustainable security. And for social change, social capital and social security play an important role. According to the security sociology approach, security is linked to the social background. So security is a social process. As for security sociology, security is elimination of the lack of trust between individuals, groups, and between individuals and states, the governments. So the main idea lying under security sociology is the safety and security of individuals and social groups. Social capital, social security, and social trust are the major items in creating security in a society. You need all these three categories very strongly for sustainable security. I would like to thank you very much. That's all for my presentation. Well, Ramazan Ali, Mr. Ramazan Ali, thank you very much for your valuable speech. Well, of course, almost all the communities, all the societies today have to face certain problems, and especially in the globalizing world, there is discussed of water and energy. There's poverty, climate change, migration, terrorism, and all these factors show us that your topic, security sociology, is becoming more and more important. We understand from your proceeding that social capital and social security are important and major factors in this framework. Thank you very much for the valuable information that you shared. And in parallel with your proceeding, now we're going to listen to another speech from Malaysia. They're going to present us a different perspective. Shelia Ainun Yusuf is taking the floor in order to talk about cybersecurity and defense. And I would like to give the floor to distinguished professor for her presentation. We don't have any time